What if the very patterns that are keeping you stuck in your life are hidden in plain sight? We are living in a world of opposites: freedom and control, success and failure, love, rejection. And whether we realize it or not, most of us get caught up on one side of these polarities without ever seeing the blind spot that's running the show in the background. The squares process was developed by Lesley Temple-Thurston, a spiritual teacher and founder of Core Light. She created this way of processing to help people become conscious of the hidden polarities that are running their lives. It's deceptively simple, just four quadrants, four statements, but those statements reveal the unconscious contradictions that and sort of attachments we have that keep us stuck in life. Lesley Temple-Thurston taught this tool as a way for personal growth and for dissolving this inner conflict that we often feel, and for awakening a deeper sense of freedom in our lives. Over time, people began using it in all areas of their lives, whether it's wealth, relationships, your health, and also your spirituality. Anywhere where you have this push-pull feeling that happens when you are inside one of these dualities that is shaping your life. I'm sure you've noticed this in your life, that there seems to be this polarity that's running the show in the background, and you just can't get a grip on it. For instance, when you look at money, like you want more of it, but a hidden part of you is terrified of having it. Or you might crave intimacy, but another part of you pushes it away the moment it comes too close. That's this push-pull of duality. And when you're caught in that, you feel this conflict and frustration and the stuckness that you can't seem to overcome. The squares process helps you shine the light on both sides of a polarity. Not only the parts which you accept and align with, but also the ones that you reject and hate and deny in yourself. And once you reveal all four sides, the blind spot reveals itself naturally. And here's the magic. Once you see the blind spot, it just doesn't have this grip on your life anymore. Suddenly you have more clarity, more choice, more freedom. You stop being unconsciously run by this polarity, and you start living from this place of wholeness. So how does this square process actually work? Let me walk you through an example. Imagine the polarity of having money and not having money. So we set up a square with four statements which read, I love having money, I hate having money. I love not having money, and I hate not having money. At first, these four statements might sound a bit strange. You might say, well, of course I love having money. Who wouldn't? But when you really sit with it, you might discover that there is a part of you that resists having money. Maybe people will want something from you, or you'll lose the money, or you feel guilty about it. There could be something that is in the background that stops you from wanting to have money. The same is true on the other side. You might find reasons why you secretly love not having money, like the freedom from responsibility or the excuse not to even have to try. And of course, you'll also see the reason why you would hate not having money. By exploring all four statements, you are confronted with all the areas in your life you might not want to look at. And in this exploration of those four quadrants, you will most probably uncover which of those are where your blind spot is. So when should you use the square process? Well, honestly, anytime you have an emotional reaction, you feel stuck about something, you feel conflicted. It works in all areas, whether it's about money, as we just discovered, or your health, or your relationships, or your spirituality, any place where you become aware of a polarity or duality that's where you take very strong sides and can't move past something. You can use it when you notice that you are self-sabotaging yourself, or when you need to make a big decision and want to have total clarity and move forward knowing exactly the lay of the land. You can write it out as a journaling practice, or you can go through the four statements mentally. The important thing is to be really honest with yourself, because the blind spot is only going to reveal itself in those areas you normally deny. The benefits of doing the square process can be quite profound. You gain more clarity and awareness. You dissolve uncertainties and unconscious resistance. You stop running in circles with old patterns. And most importantly, you experience a sense of freedom. You are no longer reacting to life from one side of the polarity. You're able to choose consciously from a place of wholeness. The squares process is one of the most powerful tools that I've been using to uncover my hidden patterns and blind spots, and to also shift my perspective. In upcoming videos, we'll explore squares around specific topics like money, intimacy, power, winning, losing, and much more. So if you want to uncover your blind spots, shift your perspective, and change your life that way, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.